Episode 138 of the Shower Party Podcast. I'm Liam Salvage, joined by the Mike Gass, Jesse Compost.
Jesse Compost. That's been my favorite fun thing to do is end my sets and say I'm Jesse Compost at the end of it.
Yeah, it is fun to be an open micer and then end it by blaming another open micer.
For how bad your set is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, it was actually this other guy's fault. That wasn't my fault at all, that you guys didn't enjoy my my stand-up comedy.
Guys, if you don't like my set, go look up Michael Dickens on Instagram and send, if you don't like the takes that I have, look up Michael Dickens on Instagram and send him his way, because he deserves, he's in Hawaii right now, and it's the reason why you guys are subjected to me for another week.
It's hard to be a lovable horny white, you know?
It's goofy because you're just the way that you talk and look.
This is what being a horny white is being the cheese from the Goofy movie.
The Goofy movie, dude. That's what. That's my number one thing when I'm in bed with a girl. I'm like, call me Pauly Shore. Call me. Tell me I
eat my cum like cheese, like Pauly Shore.
Fuck me like we're in a biodome.
Eat my cum like Pauly Shore eats a can of whiz in the Goofy movie. I want to see it string out of your mouth. You know how did he eat that? Did he take it and then did he just go? He domed it. He domed it hard. Yeah.
See, that's what I do to pussy.
You just put your gruel in your hand and you just don't even eat the pussy. You're just like, that's icky. Just put it on my hand. I
finger it a little bit. No,
my mommy said I always needed to try it before I said I couldn't eat it.
You know, like wings, like wing sauce at B-dubs.
This is the first time you're eating pussy of a girl, and you're like, my mom said I need to at least try it before I say I don't like it. All right, I tried it.
No, you know what you do? You know how like when you go to like a Ben and Jerry's, they give you little sample spoons?
Yeah. I want to just give me like a little. I want to try it, but.
Well, what's it? That's the heat coming out the back of a PS4. Actually, I don't think I like that. I don't think.
I always thought it tasted like pennies.
Yeah.
Like the green ones.
The green ones, yeah. Yeah.
No, it just tastes like, it must be nice being like a heroin addict, because then you get to go into an abandoned homes and just have the taste of pussy in your mouth as you strip the wire.
Strip copper, yeah.
This is nice. I don't have to pay for it tonight. I can just taste copper.
It's a crackhead ripping out a pipe going like, this is familiar. I do miss Jennifer.
Damn, I
should call her.
Fuck, she overdosed. I can't call her anymore. She's dead. Off of fentanyl. God, my life's sad. Might as well go back to eating this copper.
Just go eat copper again.
Yeah. It would be it'd be so fun to go. It's like being in a haunted house every day of your life, being a heroin addict. You go there to an abandoned house or a constructed house. You're like, I hope there's not one of me out here also going for wire. And then another one spooks you and you have to run away. It's a free haunted house every day of your life.
Dude, every day is like Disney World. Dude, that's the slogan for heroin.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Just going through rides. Any Uber ride, if you can manage to get a couple of bucks around to Uber to your parents' house.
It's like a roller coaster because you're not sure when it'll end.
Yeah, it's never gonna end. You're on that ride for a good while.
No, I mean the Uber driver before he goes, oh, you smell like piss, I'm kicking you out.
Yeah, that too. And then you somehow you manage to get to your parents' house and they're like, no, leave, and you have to get another Uber ride back into the city. Because you can't grovel for money in the suburbs.
No, you can't.
They send you to jail there.
You can't. My parents have seen someone grovel for money in the suburbs, and every time they are disgusted by it. Rough. They're like they shouldn't. Should we call someone to make this not happen in front of my face again? I
lived in Streetsboro, and Hudson was like a neighboring rich city. We were surrounded by two rich cities. Then it was us. Then it was a bunch of poor cities. Mm-hmm. So we were like right in the middle. And then the rich city always had one homeless guy outside of the Acme, and I had to go to the bank there because they shut down the branch in my town. So it was always rough going to one of the richer cities in my area and being like, wow, fuck, there's that guy. What happened to him? That his parents aren't helping him at all?
Well, he drives in every day.
Oh, that's a good point.
He knows.
He drives in from Cleveland.
Hops the bus.
Yeah. Let me get on the part of bus from Akron to Hudson, Ohio.
Hey, honey, I know my morning commute is a bitch, but let me tell you, it's worth it.
All those motherfuckers going to Acme in Hudson, Ohio. They don't know what's coming when I'm out there begging for money.
The change is so good out here.
It's fresh change. It's
fresh.
It's not dirty. They haven't used this change in a long time.
Dude, when I hold this change, I'm like, wow, my hands don't smell like actual shit.
Yeah.
They just smell like pussy.
It's honey, we got pussy money around here now.
Honey, trust me, when I'm at work every day, I just think about you.
That is one, just pristine money. You've never had pristine money before. Like, this is like my wife. Oh my God, being rich is yeah.
And then you try to take you fill a cup full of change and you take a Scrooge McDuck-esque swan dive with your penis into it.
There we go. Honey, I'm home. A mattress, old mattress full of pennies.
Looks like Mr. Krabs' mattress from SpongeBob.
He was Jewish, right? I always assume where his eyes popped, he has like the perfect head shape for a cartoon yarmulke.
Isn't that a stereotype that Jews go? Isn't that a stereotype?
Money. Yeah.
I think that's a stereotype.
He also had children in the basement, I'm pretty sure.
Well, that was one Jew specifically. I don't want to generalize, but that was.
If we want to go through the list,
specifically one Jew and his lady friend.
Let me go through the list for you. We got Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Ellen DeGeneres. She's got to be a Jew. And how else is a lesbian successful in the 80s? It's her. P. Diddy. He's a black Israelite. He must be Jewish.
I do. What?
Yeah, go ahead.
You think if there were kids in Ellen's basement, she was at least feeding them organic food?
I've talked about this before on the podcast.
Have
you?
It
is so much worse if Ellen, because she's in with the P. Diddy stuff.
Oh, is she really? Was she lumped into that?
Yeah, she was at the parties. To have the dancing girl from daytime television come in and finger you, that's the most.
Ooh. Or just to have a black stripper have to sign an NDA because she gave a lap dance to Ellen.
Yeah. But imagine you then get to 25 days of giveaways on the Ellen show, and you're sitting at home with your parents and being like, "Can we please not watch this?
Please,
Ellen DeGeneres is not fun."
You have no idea why I don't want to watch this, but it is so legally I can't tell you why I don't want to watch this.
I had to watch Portia and Ellen scissor for way too long. It's not fun. There's an age gap. Ellen's pussy's disgusting. It would be fine if Portia was just there because she's young. There's like a 12-year age gap.
Yeah, there is.
But Ellen's disgusting. 80s unshaved lesbian pussy.
Yeah, Portia still has that new car smell.
That's a funny double entendre. Let's clip that one. Double entendre.
No, there's no way that I'm the first person who said that.
Yeah, but maybe the first one to say it in reference to a kid that had to watch them scissor. There's uncharted territory here.
Look at this. Look at us.
9/11. That's a model. Where can you go with Portia's pussy?
It devalued just like the World Trade Center did all right.
It is. It would be like going to a derby. Like watching Portia and Ellen DeGeneres would be like going to a derby where they crash the cars together, and you're literally watching a Porsche and then a Beetle up Oldsmobile. It's like a Buick Oldsmobile.
It's a brand new Porsche and Herbie the Love Bug.
Yeah, before it went through the renovation.
Yeah.
Yeah, Porsche. I don't even know what Porsche looks like.
I don't either.
I just know her name.
I don't either. I haven't seen that woman.
I just assume that it's.
I would be like, there's a woman out there named Portia, and then I would Google it, and then I would immediately. She's the most forgettable.
Yeah, there is. The funny thing is that it's Ellen DeGeneres and then Portia Degrassi, something like that. But they're just both Italians. They must be olive oiling up each other before they get at it. They're just having some eggplant parmesan and scissoring
when they went to Diddy's place and Diddy was like, "I got all this baby oil." They were like,
"Oh, mamma mia!
Mamma mia!
I need some olive oil. Extra virgin, please." We want our 12-year-old girls to be extra virgin as we scissor in front of them. Yeah, isn't that fun?
What a good start to this.
It's fun that I think that house burnt down, but the caves still have to be there, right? His Diddy caves.
The Diddy caves.
You go down there and it's just a gigantic. It's like the Bat Cave. It's just a giant computer.
I've seen so many memes where it was like the kids in the basement when they thought they were seeing light when the fires hit.
Yeah, that's rough. Oh fuck! We didn't search every nook and cranny of that house. Some kids did die in the fire. Shit, we didn't get all the evidence we needed.
There's just one kid chained up like Leia in Star Wars.
Have you ever heard the cave, the allegory of the cave?
Yeah.
It would be like because he's chained up, and then he sees the light coming from behind him. He's like, "Is this real? My whole life has been this cave."
He goes, how does that allegory work?
It's like he sees like the light coming, and he sees depictions on the cave, but that's all he knows.
Yeah.
So like he doesn't know if that's life or if there's something beyond that.
Right.
You know Mumford and Sons?
Yeah.
They have a song about it. If we could just play that song right now.
This is unclearable music.
Now here's a little The Cave by Mumford and Sons.
I did think of making that my new bit on your podcast is just me being like, "Hey guys, check this music out," and then just holding it up to the microphone and playing.
I'm not making any money from this. It doesn't bother me at
music
all.
That just gets everything taken down and copyright and strike.
I get 80 views per podcast episode. Do you think they're caring about me playing a little
it's all the
Indie
AI
Club?
now. It's the AI that they
Indie
got.
Club by 50 Cent. I don't think he's going to care about Shower Party Racist Podcast.
Future Liam, chop in the dun dun from from the In the Club song. The opening hit the opening beat kick on that. No, I was going to say, do you think those kids, when they saw the light behind them from the fire, did they think this light is going to fuck us too?
Well, they're used to it being dark. Cut that out, Liam. Cut that out. That was a little too racist. There's definitely white pedophiles, just not in that house.
Not in that house. Not in that house.
That would be hard to be invited to one of those parties, and then you're white, so you're like, I don't know how to talk to them.
I'm trying to think.
You start doing jive to people so you can also fuck the kids. You're like, hey, man, what's up, man?
Start talking like airplane.
Hey, man, what do you want to do on the flippity flop, man? Hey, what's good? What's good in the hood, brother?
What?
Brother, man? Nice.
Dude, I don't know if I had heard about one black pedophile before Diddy.
Yeah, they're pretty rare. Pretty rare. Pretty rare. Usually white's that one lockdown.
Sorry, I'm low energy for this one. I can already feel this one's not going to be we're never going to be able to recreate last time.
It's just in my head. I keep on thinking of funnier things, but it just gets way too out of line.
It's just
so I just laugh to myself like, that was a good one, Liam.
It's too far.
As I'm doing the podcast, I have an inner podcast in my mind where I'm just
the
saying
inner amalgamations.
Yeah.
Dude, and then the inner podcast inside your head is just call her daddy.
And then I sleepwalk at night and I accidentally record it all. Oh, fuck it.
Do you eat your wife's pussy?
It's all Asian accents and
it's all Asian accents doing the Call Her Daddy podcast. Takio from Call of Duty Zombies.
What?
Call of Duty Zombies.
I remember that.
There is one Japanese man played by the whitest guy you have ever seen.
So sick. Oh, fuck. You know, if I was born 20 years earlier, I would have been at the perfect time so that I could voice some Asian characters for cartoons and video games and movies.
I know.
If I was just born 20 years ago, I could have been paid to be. I could have been.
Now, see, and those guys, because here's the thing: those guys are still getting grandfathered in, but you can't. You can't show up to a new audition and be like,
hello, guys." I can't do that.
Be like, guys, what? I'm trying out for the role of Chinese guy number 4 in.
Yeah. Because I was born 20 years too late, I can never run a convenience store on the fucking Simpsons. That could have been me.
You could have been Apu.
Now I can get not paid to do it on a podcast that no one listens to.
No, except for that one guy who is friends with us.
There's a couple of guys that listen to this. They like to stay anonymous.
Those all your views are bots.
That would be fun.
This is a podcast that's made specifically to test the dead internet theory.
Yeah. It's just me listening to it 80 times throughout the week.
Every view on your podcast last week was me.
It was a pretty good one. It was a pretty... I watched Curb Your Enthusiasm right before you came here, so I'm in a little Larry David mood.
Pretty good.
When I die, I do want to come back as an old Jew. I want to skip the beginning parts of being an old Jew. Like, I want to skip 0 through 50 years old. I just want to start at Larry David age.
Oh, yeah.
Where I can just be in the way.
You can just be ripe.
Yeah.
Just be a good. I feel like I don't know many Jewish guys, but like a Jewish teenager, I haven't met one that's like as done with life as Larry David is.
Yeah, they're just annoyed in general.
Yeah.
Because I meet all these hip, like 20-year-old Jews. And they're
all
always
these Jews
like,
with ambition.
They don't actually practice. Like, they never had to practice the religion because their parents were already out of it.
Yeah.
They were just Jewish by culture, not by faith.
Sure.
I want one that had to like go to temple every Sunday.
You want like a I get what you're saying. Well, it's is it Sunday or is it Saturday?
I don't know.
Because Sabbath is Saturday for them.
What day is basketball practice? Because you probably put it on the same day because none of them are like at basketball practice. They're like, well, that's 2 birds with 1 stone. You guys are gonna make the team. Let's do it that night,
dude. There was a guy I watched this. He was there's nothing funny about this. He was like an Orthodox Jew field goal kicker.
Nice.
On a college football team, and it was like we can actually let him do this because they had one game that was on a Sunday all year. Every other game was on a Saturday, and he was like, I can't play. Why?
He makes the game-winning field goal at the Super Bowl, and they pour seltzer water on him instead of Gatorade.
What a brutal dream to be like, I have to have your faith be, I'm going to play football and be in the NFL.
Yeah.
And then every avenue that you have to do that, they're like, you got to play on Saturday. And he's like, fuck, guess that dream doesn't work out.
Because he can't do any work on the Sabbath. They just tape like a guy that can actually kick onto him. And they make so he gets the point, but it's not him doing any work.
It's just him standing still, and then they just tape a machine, like a motor to his leg to rotate his knee for him.
That's fun. Did you hear my seltzer water joke? I don't think you laughed
I did,
at that
but I don't
one.
understand it.
Jews love seltzer water.
Do they?
Continue. Yeah. It's okay. You're not as racist as me. It's fine. It's not your fault.
Tell me more about Building 7.
It's not your fault. Okay.
Tell me more about the smokestacks, Liam.
Yeah. The shadows. It's all about the shadows. Those wooden doors, they would have leaked. They couldn't have done it. Yeah. They weren't in the towers.
You look like the type of person who could only count to 100,000.
That is the issue with being like a Holocaust denier. Is like you're like, hey, 1, 2, skip a few, 99, 100. Come on, fellas, it's not that many. It's like a guy pretending to work out in a stereotypical sitcom. Some guy walks in, and the Jewish guy, of course, when they were counting the Holocaust numbers, they were like, 1, 2, oh shit, no. 99, 100. Ooh, that was a good workout. We got 6 million there.
No.
Just a guy with a sheet of paper doing tally marks, and he's like, oh, this is so many. I'm just going to put 6 million.
I'm not counting it.
There's so many Berkowitzes. Look, I can't count them all.
Look, I'm just saying, if you've ever had to do data entry, at some point you're not going to want to count. You're just going to.
They didn't have Excel.
You're going to start rounding numbers.
They didn't have calculated tables in Excel yet. He had to do it by hand.
Yeah. I'm a cool guy. I just believe the Earth is flat.
Yeah. Just standard stuff.
Ironically, still the Jews.
It's shaped like a yarmulke. It's like more like a frisbee, or otherwise a yarmulke.
It's on the same orbital path as a dreidel.
Yeah. A dreidel. He's not racist. He's just goofy. He's just zany.
He's just goofy. He's cheese.
Whoa! You remember the alphabet soup scene where
no.
He takes out the lighter from the car and he pops the lighter and then puts the can of soup on it so they can heat it up while they're eating in the car, sleeping in the car, and then. It's alphabet soup. He opens it up and they spell something on there. I forget. I think it's just like
it says it
says no interspecies sex or something.
Spells out. It spells out 100,000.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Well, fuck, Max is it? Is that his name, Max? In the
yeah,
name?
yeah.
Oh, Max. It was only 100,000 Jews in the Holocaust. I don't know if Mickey told you this. Walt Disney had a he had some good ideas. I can't do a goofy voice. Can you? I can only do the. I can only do that. But that's more like Mickey anyway.
I love.
I need you to do some voice. I'm gonna assign you a few voices
to memorize for the next time I come back on this podcast.
I need you to do Goofy. The fun thing is when like you apply to Starbucks in a few years because you lost your job, is what you can just tell people that I scripted this whole thing for you.
Yeah, this was a scripted.
You ever heard of the thing called The Big Bang Theory? It's kind of like that,
dude. If RFK can get away with it, I can get away with it at Starbucks, dude.
Yeah, I said the N-word on Theo Von's podcast.
Guys, I did say
it was a comedy podcast.
I did. I can't figure out how to do that stutter right. He has such a.
Remember the Chantix commercials when we were kids?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Do that, but like more gravelly and more like a regular voice. It's at least
I did say on a podcast.
Oh, also like close your throat a little bit.
I did say
like you're like you remember when you're about to cough and you're trying to talk.
I did like that.
Yeah, that's closer.
It
gets the point across. That's all you need.
I did say on Theo Von's podcast that COVID targeted specifically white and black people, but it was on a podcast, so it doesn't count. Your Honor, at this defamation, at this hearing, I can say that podcast words do not count.
Yeah, I did say that I hated when my wife, Cheryl Hines, went on that Jew show, Curb Your Enthusiasm. That was on Theo Von's comedy podcast.
It was on the Lex Friedman podcast, which also does have comedians.
I thought it was funny.
Technically, it is a comedian's podcast. It is a comedy show, and everything I said was jokes.
It would be, oh my God, if I have contemplating going back to my hometown and running for mayor, just for the fun of it. It would be funny for them to like just bring up on their local radio like all the podcast clips from Shower Party. You guys want Liam Salvage to run Streetsboro, Ohio? When he said this, yeah, it was only 100,000 Jews. Hey, and I'm not joking.
Hey, here's the fun part. You won't be able to get mayor because they will bring these up. But if you just run for school board, everybody who votes in that one is going to be right on board with what you want to do.
That's true. This can be.
You just have to get more local, and you'll be okay.
I changed the curriculum
because the only people who will want to vote you in are going to be the same people who are going to be totally okay with everything you've said on this podcast.
We're going to change the curriculum around a little bit to be more funny.
You're going to be like, guys. What you need, that's the whole thing, is you run for school board in Streetsboro, Ohio, just to get more views on the Shower Party podcast. You're like, I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna make all these little kids.
Yeah, 100%.
Fuck history. You're gonna listen to me once a week.
Pontificate. You're gonna listen to me with my ideas.
On home improvement.
Yeah, see the Minecraft movie's coming out. Just the daily announcements. Minecraft movie's coming out. What are the kids gonna jerk off to this one too?
Dude, you're gonna every time you're gonna talk about a new movie coming out and be like, the fucking Jews headed out of the park with this one again.
It's gonna be like, yeah, you guys seen Forrest Gump at this point, right? Forrest Gump's pretty good. You guys remember when he comes at Jenny, and then remember when he says, "Man, Jenny, we were like 2 peas in a pod." Sorry. Me and Jenny, we're like peas and carrots.
You're gonna say stuff like, "Jenny, why are there so many folds in your pussy?"
That one too. That's classic. Me and my girlfriend. The reason I brought the peas and carrots, my girlfriend was getting frozen peas and carrots at the grocery store, and I kept on looking at her, and be like, and from then on, me and Jenny, we went together like peas and carrots. It's a great quote from the movie. On the Thursday when we were at Patty's.
Yes.
The 4 Bitches of the Apocalypse game.
Holy shit.
We had a little bit of everything going on there. I mean, we had Gluttony, the fat one. We had Sloth, also the fat one. We had a couple other sins there.
Ugly, the fat one.
That was the old one. Yeah, there was 4 Bitches of the Apocalypse coming in, just ruining my set when I tried to do a cool Kermit's Black joke. And they come in, they're like, Spider-Man, Black Spiders?
Dude, I was trying to talk about how it's racist to how you want a guy racist enough to serve you a sandwich on MLK Day, and they walked in midway through that set.
They were trying to hit on you too, like in the beginning.
And then I heard that when you brought up my address, they were all just like,
I
ew.
went up there, locked in. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get them bitches to shut up and laugh, at least for a second. I'm going to read out Mike Gassin's full address and his car, make and model and color. And they were like, oh, no, shut up. We don't want to. They said something about you being autistic.
Did they really again?
Yeah. And they're like, and they said something about the white guys aren't attractive in this place. So they were talking about you and I, buddy.
That was... And Jared.
Yeah, that's like the white guys are ugly here.
Dude, the funniest, you'll like this. This also happened that night, and you should leave this in because he laughed at it in person, and I'll say it again. Jared's trying to do a sketch, and it's Batman and the Joker. Okay. And he was like, which character do you think I am? And I was like, the Joker. Immediately.
Gordon?
Immediately.
Okay.
I was like, the Joker. And he's like, what, I couldn't be Batman? And I was like, you're not intimidating. You're not physically intimidating enough to be Batman.
He's not a Joker either. He's Commissioner Gordon. He's the nerd that pushes the button.
He is the nerd. That's what he should do.
I need a little help right now.
He could be. If you put him in spandex, he could be a good Robin, though.
He would be a good Robin.
He could be a boy wonder.
Yeah.
A 45-year-old boy wonder.
A balding Robin.
A balding 45-year-old boy wonder.
You heard of Teen Titans. This is old Titans. They've got a few years on.
This is Gen X Titans. It's just Beast Boy trying to pick up a hemorrhoid prescription. Talk more about the 4 Bitches of the Apocalypse, dude. That was a nightmare. I couldn't save that.
The thing is, you can't also, because it's like a bar open mic. Of course it was in a different room, so you could say, hey, can you please go to the other? But you can't be mean to them because then you're just losing business for the bar that you're at, and I don't want to do that because they're already drunk as hell. They're going to buy more drinks. I didn't want to be like, please leave, or be mean to them to the point they leave.
I wanted to be. In retrospect, that's what I'm going to do next time. The
only thing I regret is not calling the one fat one Miss Piggy while I was doing the Kermit joke.
You said you were going to do that, and you should have done it.
I even looked over you, but like, I could be so mean right now because she looked like Miss Piggy. Dude, she was in a shirt 3 times too small for her.
Dude, she had some fucking knockers though.
But it was like a Miss Piggy type where she's fat.
Yeah, but like knockers.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. That is like your type of woman.
You know what?
Sorry.
I'm just saying. If you can look at a melon,
you do like a Miss Piggy.
If you can look a side melon in public, if you can get away with like, oh, they're here.
You are kind of a Kermit.
I am.
You do like a little Miss Piggy on your arm.
I do.
Give me your little. Give me a little hunker.
I do call my dick Fozzie Bear, so
you have a little, you have kind of a Kermit-y voice. That begs the question: they're wearing the do-rags that are silk. Yeah. Are their underwear also silk, so they can get waves on their pubes? Here's the questions we all need to be asking in Black History Month.
Do they have waves on their pubes?
Do they have to have a pick in their pubes all day long?
And is it mini?
Yeah. my grandma, I think, because she used a pick because she had permed hair. I remember this. I didn't know it was a black thing as a kid. I just thought it was her pick. It had a fist like Black Power. She had a fucking Black Power fist pick.
Your grandma had a Black Power fist?
It's so funny thinking back now that my grandma went to
she definitely wasn't cool with black people, right?
There's no way. She grew up in West Virginia, maybe not.
There's no way.
She didn't know any, so she didn't know any better. But she had a black fist one, which is so funny for her to go to Sally's. Do you know Sally's?
No.
Oh, it's like a hair place. I don't know if it's just in Ohio or not. But go to Sally's and look at the pick section. She's like, I like the black one with a fist on.
Dude, here's a good. Hey, you know what? I'll also take the kente cloth do-rag too for your.
What is that, kente
I just
cloth?
like the pattern.
These black people like to have some fun.
Here's a fun memory for me. I didn't know. It was young enough where I hadn't figured out what I couldn't show to my parents yet. And I saw a podcast clip of the Joe Budden podcast.
Okay.
He's a retired rapper.
Yes.
And it was them talking about a friend who had won the lottery.
Okay.
And they were like, we're never going to see him again. And they are saying the N-word all over this. And I showed it to my father. And my dad looked at me and he was like, I thought you couldn't say that word. And then I, as like a freshman in high school, had to explain the concept of the hard R versus the soft A to my father.
And then you had to explain to your father, no, I'm just an edgy teen. I'm allowed to say it. Black people are allowed to say it. No one else.
I can say it, but only on Xbox Live.
Exactly, Dad. I like to say it as a joke to my friends, and it's allowed to... As long as I'm not over the age of 18 years old, I'm allowed to say it.
Or if you were specifically one white guy on the Wu-Tang Clan YouTube channel.
Yes.
Have you seen that?
I've seen a guy that covers Wu-Tang with acoustically.
Yeah.
I think he's just like an autistic guy that loves the Wu-Tang Clan.
And they gave him the pass. They were like,
yeah, like this guy's chill.
They reposted the acoustic cover of Shame on a Boo to Shame on a Neighbor.
Shame on a playing jazzy music there. You can't hear it right now, but
see, I can't be racist on the soundboard because I have no way of knowing what you even put on. I'm not wearing the headphones.
Yeah, that's true. I also have edited. If I take all the letters you said in this podcast, I could probably form you saying the N-word. If I do a little math when I'm editing this, I can put it together where the final word said in this podcast is just the hard.
Did I say a single word with the letters N?
I need you to read out the phonetic alphabet. E. Any sound that could be... You know that's how they did Siri, right? They just had like one woman say everything phonetically. Like E.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's why it's so choppy.
Yes. And then they smoothed it out over the years through witchcraft. But they just had a woman go... It would have been so funny to walk in on her doing that. It'd be like, they just put her guy on the microphone to do Siri. All right, we got Siri.
Oh no! We have the clip.
Thank God we can pay him in fucking peanut butter. We got Siri on lock. Ooh, that's a fun one.
Oh, and then they just did that. They did that in every language. So they just had to find one special needs guy in every country. Be like, we're gonna give you a fair contract for Hershey's chocolate bars to record your.
I'm going to Walker's factory. It's not gonna be judgy if I talk to your microphone.
No. They gave him a fair contract. It was 4 tickets. It was one expired ticket for 6 Flags.
It was just a 20-year-old WrestleMania on VHS.
They told him that he would get to meet John Cena.
But only in the Asian accent, John Cena. So they met him and he was like, "Oh, wait, John Cena." God, John Cena got away with apologizing to that, being the funniest man alive, apologizing to the country of China.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, wait, John Cena."
Bing chilling.
Bing chilling. That's the funniest. The one thing I want to do is I want to do Duolingo until I know perfect Mandarin. This is going to take a while. But then I can do all the accents without being racist because I can just speak Mandarin.
Dude, it's still the funniest thing any single person has told me. It was Alex Hernandez telling me that he was trying to learn Yiddish for a woman.
All right.
That is for those of you who know, that is a Mexican man with a lisp trying to learn.
Hernandez is not Mexican. He's white and Native American.
Not Anderson.
Oh.
Did I say Alex? Yeah. Alex Hernandez.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I thought I said Alex Hernandez,
that's a
not
Mexican
Aaron Hernandez.
Mexican man trying to be a white man with a lisp.
trying to learn Hebrew.
Yeah,
Hebrew, spoken word Hebrew for a woman.
A very racist Mexican man learning Hebrew. It's so funny.
There couldn't. Do you know how ironic it is that there has not been one person that believes that the Jews control everything more than Alex
More
Hernandez?
than him. I say it ironically, but this Mexican guy I know, he believes it.
We should probably cut that.
Nah, it's fine. He doesn't have a job. He's going to go back to Mexico.
He's a construction worker. He's good.
He doesn't have a job. He's undocumented. Nah, he's been here a while. It is very fun. I was talking to my girlfriend because, like, I look at Zillow because I'm an old man.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck. Trump deporting all these people is going to make the houses skyrocket. All this new construction is going to be so expensive when whites are doing it.
Dude, we were never buying houses anyways.
I'm going to move to buttfuck nowhere, Ohio, and just buy a trailer.
You're gonna Chappelle it. You're gonna Chappelle it. Form your own town out there.
And I'm gonna do a comedy club that no one comes to because the town is worth 300 people, and no one knows my name, obviously.
Yeah, isn't he just walking around like Dayton and Beaver Creek?
He's in Yellow Springs, I've been to Yellow Springs. It's first of all. The springs aren't yellow. I went to the springs; they're orange. It's rust in the water. It's orange springs. So
it's a BP. It's a BP oil spill in there.
I don't know if you can get tetanus from it, but it is orange. And it is rust because there's like iron by the waterfalls. But it's like a weirdly liberal area.
Yeah.
Like it got gentrified hard in the past 20 years. Yellow Springs. Before he was even there.
Yeah, and then they were trying to put in like affordable housing, and he was like, "No, no."
It's been gentrified. If you go downtown Yellow Springs, it's all like hippie shops. Like they're selling stone. Like every shop there sells crystals.
Dude, can I tell you? I went into a crystal shop up in Northern California because my buddy walked in there to get a bracelet for his girlfriend.
What's his boyfriend's name?
I don't know. I'm going to assume Todd.
All right.
We went in there. The music inside of that place.
Oh yeah,
it sounded exactly like you like.
It makes you want to put your keys in a basket when you go to a party. The kind of music they're playing. They're like, yeah, fuck my wife, go for it.
Yeah.
Around.
It's the type of music. It's like alt stomp.
Yeah.
If you know stomp is, it's like the guys who just bang on trash can lids.
They're hand boning.
Yeah.
No, not my brand new desk. I crushed a man's penis with this desk.
That's right, you did.
Yes.
You hurt a man's pee-pee.
I went there with my girlfriend. Like, yeah, my girlfriend can help me carry this. The man had a broken hand. He said, the girls can't carry this. I'm going to help you. Dropped it right on his penis. Right on that corner over there.
And then did he upcharge you a few more dollars?
I gave him 10 extra bucks. I said, here, for your penis. So, how is your penis?
What did he have Just keep going back to the well.
He was rich. He owned a home in Agora Hills, California, so I assume, and it was massive in there. It was in a gated community, so I'm assuming he might be of the Yiddish persuasion. He might have been to the temple a few times. Nah, he had a blonde wife. He must have been Christian.
He was cool.
Yeah.
He was part of the tribe.
He's probably a trust fund guy.
Dude, I got some free beers in Hawaii because I was with a Jewish guy.
Really?
And the bartender was Jewish, and they went, "We're part of the tribe," and then they gave us, and then I swear that's real. That's not even.
That's fun.
We got some free beers out of that.
And you have all the native islanders there being like, "Dude, you know the tribe."
Dude, I bought. Everything is so expensive out there. I bought 5 Costco pizzas one time to get help out. There's a group of people we were out with. People didn't have time to go get food. Bought 5 pizzas. And that was the cheapest. Like, it was cheaper than any other meal I got on that island.
Well, when you're on the island, you're stuck. You know?
Yeah. And the cool thing is, all the Samoan guys that were working inside the Costco pizza shop, they're just like, this is just a standard order for one guy. What's going?
Yeah, all the Moanas here love eating this. What's the song for Moana? Go ahead and sing it for him.
Over the Rainbow.
That's a good joke. Have you ever seen the music video for Over the Rainbow where that fat Hawaiian guy sings it?
Yeah, dude.
He died from being fat, so
they
too much Hawaiian pizza.
They saw me order 5 Costco pizzas. It might have been 6. And they just went, oh.
Yeah, makes sense.
They just went, oh, respect oos.
It's fun. Hawaiian pizza of their culture.
No. I just made Hawaiians. I just made Hawaiians make me pizza, and it was cheese and pepperoni.
What makes it Hawaiian?
What made it Hawaiian was the aloha spirit that went into the dough.
Right.
That went into that Costco dough.
All right, this is the episode.
Thank God. It's over. We have hit the time.
This has been episode 130 something.
8 of Black Truffle TV.
Of the Shower Party Podcast. Tell a friend how much fun this was, and have a good week. We'll see you next week. Tell a friend, please.
Don't.